A long time ago, in the land of the Yoruba people, there lived a goddess so beautiful, powerful, and enchanting that even the mightiest of men bowed before her. Oshun, the goddess of love, fertility, and rivers, was unlike any other deity. She was the spirit of sweet waters, the bringer of joy, and the one who mended broken hearts. But do not be deceived by her gentle nature. Oshun was fierce when she needed to be, and her life was filled with love, betrayal, war, and triumph. Oshun was born with the gift of water flowing through her veins. She was the daughter of Olodumare, the supreme creator, and was placed on earth to bring balance and harmony. From a young age, Oshun had an unexplainable connection with the rivers, lakes, and streams. Wherever she walked, flowers bloomed, and whenever she laughed, birds sang. She was blessed with a beauty that no one could resist. Her golden skin shimmered like the morning sun, and her laughter was like the sound of flowing water. But beyond her beauty, she was wise, intelligent, and fearless. She learned the ways of healing, magic, and diplomacy, knowing that one day she would be called to use her gifts for something greater. When Olodumare sent the first Orishas to earth to shape the world, Oshun was the only female among them. The male Orishas, filled with arrogance, ignored her, thinking that a woman had no place in the grand task of creation. They pushed her aside and tried to shape the earth without her, but something went terribly wrong. The land was barren and the rivers dried up. Nothing would grow and the people suffered. It was only then that the male Orishas realized their mistake. They had overlooked Oshun, the goddess of fertility and water, without whom life could not exist. Realizing their error, they begged Oshun for forgiveness. With grace and wisdom, she accepted their apology, but she made sure they understood an important lesson. No creation could exist without the power of women. She danced along the rivers, and as she moved, water began to flow. The trees turned green, and the earth was restored. Oshun, loved by many, but no man fascinated her more than Sango, the fiery god of thunder and lightning. He was a mighty warrior, a king feared and respected by all. Women fell at his feet, but it was Oshun who captured his heart. She was different. She was not intimidated by his power or blinded by his strength. Instead, she met his passion with her own grace and wisdom. Their love was like the meeting of fire and water, dangerous but beautiful. When Sango was enraged, only Oshun could calm him. She would sing to him in the softest voice, and her touch would extinguish his flames. But their relationship was not without challenges. Sango had two other wives, Oya, the fierce goddess of the winds and storms, and Oba, the devoted and dutiful wife. Both women struggled for Sango's love, but it was Oshun who held a special place in his heart. Among all of Sango's wives, Oshun and Oya had the most intense rivalry. While Oshun represented gentleness and love, Oya was a warrior and stormbringer. Their personalities clashed like the sky before a thunderstorm. Oya was a warrior who fought alongside Sango in battles, while Oshun used diplomacy and charm to influence the kingdom. When Sango had to make tough decisions, he often sought Oshun's advice, which made Oya jealous. Their tension grew over time, leading to heated confrontations. In one of their greatest fights, Oya, in a fit of rage, called upon the winds to stir up a storm, hoping to flood Oshun's sacred river. But Oshun, with her calm but firm power, redirected the water, making the storm pass without destruction. This event showed that while Oya had the strength of storms, Oshun had the wisdom of control. One day, during a heated argument in the palace, another confrontation arose between Oshun and Oya. Oya challenged Oshun, asking, "What can a river goddess do in a war? Do you think you can stand against me in battle?" Oshun, calm but unshaken, replied, "The river may seem calm, but it can drown enemies. Would you like a demonstration?" Oshun refused to fight with weapons, but instead called upon her sacred river. The water rose from the ground, creating a great flood that engulfed the entire palace courtyard. Oya, using her winds, tried to push the water away, but Oshun, controlling the river's flow, directed the flood straight towards her. Oya was forced to retreat, realizing that Oshun's power was just as formidable as hers. From that day on, Oya never again underestimated Oshun. Their rivalry continued, but there was now a deep respect between them. Though Oshun was known for her gentleness, Oshun was not weak. She was a master of river magic, and her power extended far beyond what people assumed. In battles, she did not fight with swords or brute force, but with cunning and supernatural charm. One day, a great war broke out, and Sango's kingdom was under attack. The enemies were strong, and brute force alone was not enough. It was then that Oshun stepped forward. She disguised herself as a dancer and entered the enemy camp. With her beauty and enchanting songs, she bewitched the enemy warriors, making them fall into a deep trance. While they were under her spell, she whispered secrets into their ears, planting confusions in their minds. By the time Sango's army attacked, the enemies were fighting amongst themselves, and the war was won without unnecessary bloodshed. The battle proved that Oshun's power was just as mighty as Sango's thunder and Oya's winds. Sango's land was constantly raided by a particular warlord from a neighboring kingdom. He was arrogant and believed that only warriors with weapons could decide the fate of kingdoms. Sango, furious about the repeated attacks, prepared for war. But Oshun warned him, saying, "Let me handle this, my king. Some battles are not fought with fire, but with water." Knowing that the enemy warriors depended on the great river for drinking water, Oshun used her divine powers to pollute the waters with an incapacitating agent. The warlord and his army drank from the river, and soon they became weak and sick. As the enemy struggled to recover, Sango's warriors launched a swift and decisive attack, defeating them without a long, drawn-out war. The warlord begged for mercy, and Oshun, in her wisdom, told him, "Now you know that even water can defeat the strongest warrior." He swore never to attack Sango's kingdom again, and peace was restored. Oshun has demonstrated her love, loyalty, and support for Sango in many ways, including a period when Sango's chiefs plotted to betray him. Hoping to overthrow him while he was away at war, they planned to take over the palace and declare a new ruler. But Oshun, ever watchful, discovered their plan. Instead of confronting them directly, she used her power of manipulation and enchantment. She invited the conspiring chiefs to a royal feast, pretending to be unaware of their betrayal. She charmed them with her beauty and wit, making them let their guard down. As they drank from the golden cups, she whispered words laced with magic, filling them with fear and doubt. That night, they had terrifying dreams of Sango returning with thunder and fire to punish them. Overcome by paranoia and guilt, the chiefs confessed their plans themselves, fearing Sango's wrath. When Sango returned, he found that Oshun had already defeated his enemies without a single drop of blood being spilled. On several occasions, Oshun proved that war could be won with wisdom and not just weapons. Despite her love for Sango, their marriage was filled with challenges and heartbreak. Sango, being a warrior king, was often away at war, and his attention was divided between his wives. He was passionate but also impulsive, and at times he hurt Oshun without realizing it. One day, in a fit of anger and pride, Sango accused Oshun of betrayal. He believed that she had used her charm to influence political matters in ways he did not approve of. Though her heart was broken, Oshun refused to beg for his trust. Instead, she left the palace, returning to her sacred river. The moment she left, Sango realized his mistake, but it was too late. Oshun, though still loving him, chose to stay by the river, where she was worshipped as a goddess of fertility, love, and wealth. To this day, Oshun remains one of the most beloved Orisha in Yoruba tradition. She is called upon by women seeking love, by mothers who wish for children, and by those who need her healing touch. Her rivers continue to flow, and her name is sang in songs of joy and hope. Though her love story with Sango was filled with passion and pain, she emerged not as a broken woman, but as a goddess whose strength lies in love, wisdom, and the ability to heal. Oshun is not just a goddess of rivers, but a symbol of beauty, resilience, and the power of self-worth. Through her journey of love, rivalry, betrayal, and transformation, she teaches us that true power lies in knowing when to be gentle and when to stand firm. A mythical path filled with passion, devotion, and the courage to walk away when no longer valued continues to inspire those who seek love, healing, and self-respect. As the rivers flow and her name is whispered in prayers, Oshun remains a force of abundance, joy, and grace, both in the divine realm and in the hearts of her devotees. I hope you have enjoyed this exploration of Oshun's mythical journey. Please like, comment, share this video, and subscribe to our channel for more educative and inspiring stories and myth. Until next time, this is Folktales by Fayoke, where history comes alive.